Ambulances pouring in for fallen Cleveland police officer Jamieson Ritter.
This is a really tough situation, and it's hitting everyone really hard.
The 27-year-old gunned down early this morning, killed in the line of duty.
Officers, they went to work last night, and unfortunately, the very worst thing that could happen did happen to Cleveland.
A suspect arrested, and now a community in mourning. Another hero taken too soon. And Officer Ritter was just honored in May for saving a life. And today we are mourning his. The young officer killed trying to make our community safe. Thanks for joining us first at 4. I'm Nicole Versansky. We have team coverage this afternoon. We begin with Colton Molesky explaining what happened. Colton.
Well, I think what's happening right now is people are still grappling with the loss of that officer that happened just this morning. You know, a few hours ago, that's when East 80th Place cleared out of all police officers, first responders. That's only about a 5-minute drive from this. This is the Cleveland Police Department's 3rd District, and you can see there's blue ribbons out here. There's flowers that have been added out here as people are mourning the loss of a police officer. And I was able to talk with some of the neighbors who are mourning that loss as well, and who woke up this morning to, instead of fireworks, gunshots.
First day in the morning on 4th of July. Yeah, it was shocking, you know.
The quiet of the early morning shattered when shots rang out. Police sent to East 80th Place in the Huff neighborhood to serve a warrant. Edward Wright is just 2 doors down. A sleepy summer night shattered by gunfire.
Well, I wake up and heard a couple of pop, pop, pop.
Cleveland officers were looking for this man, 24-year-old Delonte Hardy, a suspect for felonious assault. As they worked to serve the warrant in the tucked-away neighborhood, chaos erupted.
The male did exit the house and tried to leave the area on a bicycle. Officers attempted to arrest the male when the male produced a firearm and began firing multiple times.
Police Chief Dorothy Todd says Officer Jamieson Ritter was shot around 1 in the morning and taken to a nearby hospital. He died there from his injuries.
I ask the community keep our law enforcement members, men and women, in their prayers. This is a really tough situation, and it's hitting everyone really hard.
I told them I was real sorry, you know. I'm sorry for anybody who lose their life, you know, on 4th of July, especially a police officer, you know.
And hundreds have already offered their condolences to the Ritter family, as well as the Cleveland Police Department for the loss of one of their own. In Cleveland, Colt Molesky, 19 News.
And Officer Ritter had only been with the Cleveland Police Department for 4 years, but his impact will be remembered for far longer. The police chief calling him a true hero. 19's Brittany Weir live beside really a sobering reminder, Brittany, of what happened last night.
Yes, Nicole, I'm standing right in front of Officer Ritter's cruiser. It's parked right out front here in front of Cleveland Police 3rd District, where Officer Ritter served for 4 years. And as you can see, there are flowers and stuffed animals and balloons on the hood of that cruiser as the community continues to mourn the loss of this young officer. It was a tragic start to the holiday. The Cleveland Division of Police announcing one of their own had been killed in the line of duty. 27-year-old Jamieson Ritter was shot and killed while serving a warrant.
I hope that this is another time to, show our support to our officers. They need it, they deserve it, and I think that they, some of this criticizing of them needs to go away, and they need to be recognized for the heroes that they are.
According to police, Officer Ritter graduated from Syracuse University in 2019. He was commissioned as a 2nd lieutenant in the Army National Guard as a member of the Ohio Army National Guard. He served with the 134th Field Artillery Regiment. After joining the Cleveland Division of Police in 2020, he deployed to Syria. Officer Ritter is originally from Webster, New York. His family says that from an early age, Jamieson possessed an innate understanding of selfless service to the nation and a strong desire to serve his community. Captain Mitch Hauser with the Euclid Police Department says when he heard the news about Officer Ritter, it hit close to home. Less than 2 months ago, his department also lost one of their own, Officer Jacob Durbin.
I'd love to say that, I can't imagine how people are feeling right now, but, as an agency, we all do. Cleveland suffered a tremendous loss. The whole Northeast Ohio law enforcement families, again, been shook by the evil actions of a monster.
And just about a week ago, Officer Ritter was honored for his service and his life-saving skills while on duty. And coming up at 5, I'll share more on that and how he got that award, and also how the Yucca Police Department plans to support Cleveland here today. Live in Cleveland, Brittany Weir, 19 News.
All right, Brittany, thank you. And Governor DeWine is ordering flags lowered across our state in honor of Officer Ritter. Coming up in the next half hour, our team coverage continues with 19's Mike Mason with what we know so far about the suspect in that shooting.